I'm very proud to announce that I have a new book called Tao, The Full Return to Nature. And when I say return, I merely mean that individuals are recognizing who they are in their nature and being able to then harmonize their actions with the nature of the universe. Okay, so nature for nature, we're understanding the nature of ourselves and the nature of the universe. It's a beautiful, harmonistic, order-based worldview, creating order out of the chaos that is the current day. And why are we in a state of chaos? And perhaps all the strategies and solutions to solving that chaos is just causing more chaos. Why is that? This philosophy goes into it. It goes into counterintuitive action. It goes into addressing your own mindset and facing your own shadows. Now, I've written other books, but this is probably my most significant book because it's helpful for new eyes and helpful for individuals who also already know about spirituality or Taoism, because it goes into many topics and many writers that you probably never even heard of, connections that were never made in this field of Taoism. So I find it to be quite significant, which is why I wrote the book. And I wrote it in such a way that it is easy to read, but also it goes into enough detail on every single subject related to Taoism so you get a nice overview. There's even an index at the end so you can see a bunch of terms in case you need to go back to them. There's even helpful lifestyle tips and diet and everything you can think of. Alchemy, history, philosophy, psychology, shadow work, it's all in there, right? And so I find this to be significant because I do have other books that I have written, but they're not necessarily beginner friendly. And they're not user friendly because some of them are philosophical works of my own that are written in a poetical way. And they're also my first books, so they're not necessarily edited in the best possible way. This one, I have to say, is probably edited the best when it comes to polishing, when it comes to just the way it's laid out. And so I might go back to my older ones and do some reconfiguration to make it better to read, but I will say that I am proud of this work and I think it is a book that everybody will enjoy. Okay, the other books, they're more niche. I said for my health book, it's over 600 pages. I says this is not for everybody. It's a very complex book. Okay, so I'm very honest with you guys. What I think is very easy and good to read for the average person versus what is not. And I think this book will definitely deliver for anybody, whether you're new or you're really experienced and you know everything about Taoism and spirituality, because I also took a lot of sources to make this book. It is based on a seminar that I did that's over 8 hours long. So in case you don't want to watch the seminar, you can instead read the book. And this book, might be even easier than watching the seminar because you get to reflect upon the words for yourself. And I expand more on the concepts that I talk about in the seminar and on the slides. So it's nice to have it now in every single format. There's people like Techno Liberty, my friend out there, who loves talking about Taoism as well. So thank you. I had to give you a shout out because you found a lot of interest in it just as I did, because we care about nature, we care about humankind, we care about the truth, and this niche community that is Taoism is beautiful, because if we can say this community that I have in this channel that I'm producing this video can boost this book on its release the 10th of November, put this in your calendar if you want, or just buy it on that day or around that day, we can get it up in the algorithms on Amazon and it can become potentially a bestseller. Now, even if it doesn't, that's okay. It reaches more individuals. The goal is to share this knowledge with the world, especially the people in the West, because these are Eastern concepts, ancient Eastern concepts that have been lost even in the East because they've been overshadowed by Confucianism and this overly yang-based world that we live in. And I talk about this in the book as well and how we can get out of that. So this is really key because we're always rushing around, we're always trying to do things and try to find more work, and we gotta make money and we gotta look good and we have all this, gotta do this, need to do that. And rather, the Taoist approach is learning how to let go, learning how to let things flow and work with what is already there. That is nature, the Tao, which is here for all of us, right? Which is unified and universal and timeless. And so this work will be universal and timeless, no matter what age you read it in. And so I heavily want to encourage you to buy the book for sure. I'm absolutely going to be a salesman and just tell you like it is. I think it's a book that is probably the best one I've produced. And if we can help boost it in the algorithm, I thank you for that, because We're doing this all for the message together. I'm not, you wouldn't be doing it just for me. You wouldn't be doing it for yourself. We're doing it for the message, which is for everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I'll have it linked in the description below. Take care.